And we begin tonight at 6 with this weather impact alert day. Look at these heat indices. We are in the triple digits across most of central Indiana, and sadly, this heat is not going anywhere.
Tonight at 6 o'clock, we start in the weather center appropriately because this is something that's impacting all of us. And Angela, this is something you said was going to come. It's come just as you expected, and it's going to last long.
It is. We might get a little break over the weekend in terms of temperatures lowering, but we have added Monday, Tuesday to weather impact alert days. We kind of talked about this yesterday because the heat isn't going anywhere. Right now, it feels like 104 degrees in Indianapolis, in Greencastle, in Bloomington, feels like 106 in Bedford. This is why we encourage you to take precautions from the heat, protect your home, your family, your pets. Everyone's going to need some extra attention over the coming days. The heat alerts continue for all of central Indiana. We may see these expand east, and it's a different kind of alert. A severe thunderstorm watch in effect for parts of Michigan, northwestern Indiana, and northern Illinois, all thanks to that line of thunderstorms. Locally, this includes Benton County until 10 p.m. For now, that storm complex is mainly across the far northwestern part of the state. So we're not expecting any storms for Victory Field, but remember, you can take in an unopened bottle of water because of the heat. It's a 7:05 first pitch. Temperatures will still be in the low 90s. Nice and comfortable inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse tonight, but hot as you head in for Fever and the Aces. And if you are headed to Family Day for Colts Camp tomorrow, it's going to be hot and humid again.
Angela, thanks so much. And of course, you can track these hot temperatures by using our live Doppler 13 weather app.
The weather team will also keep you updated on the forecast in their blog. If you want to get it, it is a free download, and you can find it, as always, in your phone's app store.
Tonight at 6, there is a new sign in Bartholomew County calling attention to an issue already plaguing rural hospitals across our state that may get worse.
The Democratic National Committee is now hoping the message on the board will draw more attention to the issue that is impacting thousands of people that make their home here in the state of Indiana. Emily Longnecker is here to explain. Emily.
Yeah, the billboard was paid for by the DNC and blames President Trump for recent cuts at Columbus Regional Health. In a county that voted overwhelmingly 60% to elect the president, this billboard near Columbus Regional Health has a message for those voters.
I think it's really important that we tell people, it's okay if you voted for Donald Trump, but we want to point out that you voted for Donald Trump, you didn't vote for this, and we know that, and you didn't vote to have your services cut.
Democrats are talking about what they say will be the negative impact on rural health care, with the president's tax and spending cuts bill becoming law. Last month, even before the new law, the Columbus, Indiana hospital announced it was cutting some services like its inpatient rehab unit, outpatient orthopedics, and their athletic trainer program. The hospital cited what it called, quote, unprecedented challenges and financial hardships experienced by health systems across the country, noting rising supply costs, legislative scrutiny, and federal and state funding cuts. This week, in a statement, the hospital said it didn't have advance notice of the billboard going up or that its recent cuts would be referenced. The statement went on to say in part, quote, the potential of large cuts to vital governmental payer programs like Medicaid pose catastrophic and potentially irreversible repercussions to providers like Columbus Regional Health to deliver the services our community needs. In Bartholomew County, more than 19,000 people are on Medicaid, according to the state's Medicaid enrollment dashboard. That's 1/4 of Bartholomew County's population. Community advocates say under the new law, there's a greater risk of people getting kicked off Medicaid because of more frequent work reporting requirements that could lead to paperwork errors.
Those folks still have bodies, they still can get sick, right? The cost of their care is then going to get passed on and be uncompensated to local providers. And that is potentially and likely not economically sustainable.
The new law includes a $50 billion rural hospital fund to help, but how that will get dispersed is still unclear.
It's, better than nothing, I suppose, but it is a temporary, source of funding and revenue within the context of colossal changes.
On Thursday, Governor Braun blamed a broken system as the reason rural hospitals are struggling.
We got 80 to 90 rural hospitals hanging on by their fingernails. You got 5 to 7 very rich systems. And if you run like an unregulated utility, something's going to have to be done to make sure we have good care and access in the rural community. And part of that responsibility is going to have to be on the shoulders of the rich hospital systems.
According to the Indiana Hospital Association, right now 27% of the state's rural hospitals are operating at a loss. And the Indiana Hospital Association issued a statement calling the recent cuts to Medicaid drastic, saying they will only exacerbate the financial strain felt by hospitals across the state, including the ones that serve rural communities. At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
Thank you, Emily. Some economists estimate that 12 hospitals in Indiana right now could be at risk for closure in some of the rural areas. Those are areas where residents are underserved and they rely heavily on Medicaid. Columbus Regional Hospital is not on that list.
Tonight, teenagers are sharing their thoughts about gun violence.
The group met with community leaders to talk about solutions to prevent gun violence. It's all part of the Bloom Summer Experience program. This is really unique. This allows teens to travel to other states where they can explore different communities and see issues that the other areas are facing.
Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears talked today about the impact of these meetings.
The people who are most impacted by the violence are the kids themselves, and they talked about the trauma that they've experienced by seeing violence and being friends with people who have been victims of violence. And so when we know that there are kids in our community that are hurting, that are grieving, we have to figure out a way to help them out. And conversations like that shed light on exactly what they're going through and hopefully what some potential answers are.
That group will now travel to Atlanta to meet with leaders there over the weekend. Metro Police say a domestic violence incident this morning turned into a chase and ended with a police shooting.
And now a man and woman are dead. It all started during the morning commute on the northeast side. Sam Johnson has been following these developments all day. Sam.
Metro Police describe what happened this morning as a direct attack on officers after that suspect allegedly shot and killed his wife and then led police here to the northwest side of Indianapolis.
Currently in vehicle pursuit. All cars were in vehicle pursuit.
During the pursuit, the suspect stopped driving on at least 3 occasions during which the suspect fired several shots at officers.
A viewer catching part of that chase on cell phone video.
The suspect eventually exited the vehicle in the 900 block of West 32nd Street and pointed a rifle in the direction of officers.
At least one officer shot him. Police say he died at the hospital. IMPD shared these photos of bullet holes in 2 police cars. No officers were hurt. Police say the suspect's alleged victim, his wife, was found shot in this driveway hours earlier and miles away. They say she died at the hospital.
I've seen the videos. This is not okay. No one should have to go through that. What our officers experienced this morning was not just dangerous. It was a direct attack on their lives while they were working to keep our community safe.
Now investigators are collecting video evidence of what happened. So if you saw or heard anything, you're asked to call police right away. In Indianapolis, Samantha Johnson, 13 News.
Radar is quiet now, but a few storms popped up this afternoon and a few more storms in the forecast.
Training camp is in the books, and boom, we're talking about the defense. They're the big winners of both first days. That's coming up for you on 13 Sports.
Plus, Indianapolis Emergency Services tonight is getting a new home.
We have the improvements that are coming along with that new project for them ahead.